Well, this is actually, I'm making this for my father, who's 85 and taught me to sail when I was about 6 or 7 years old. And he lives in Hong Kong, so he can't be here for this, but we're going to try to fly him back next summer when I'll be going on a 2-month-long trip. So, and this is also for my uncle, who is lives in the Bay Area and is very involved in sustainable energy projects, and so he's really curious about the solar system and lithium batteries that I want to put on the boat. Okay, so I bought the Cape Dory 31, 1983, and sight unseen kind of. It was in Wisconsin. I live in Washington State, and right now I was told that the boat is sail ready, which basically it is, but if you it was owned by some older guys, and they took a really good care of the boat for a long time, and now though as they aged, they weren't able to. So there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done and upgrades. Nothing has been upgraded on the boat for since it was built. So I have several different projects that I'm going to be doing. There's a hot water system, new cushions to get rid of the mold and the mildew, and also the painting underneath where the cushions go with antimicrobial paint, solar panels, a Dodger, new batteries, a composting head, some other things. But so this is what the boat looks like, and it's a cutter rig. Okay, so since I'm an amateur vlogger, and this is basically for my family, so if somebody besides them watches it, then you can comment all you want about how crappy the video is, and I just don't care. Okay, so what we have here is well, I gotta flip the camera thing around too again. Yeah, there's my chin. Okay, so here we have the water tank, and there were these angle brackets that are made out of aluminum, and they sit right here like that, like this, and this piece of plywood over here slides underneath that, and it can be moved outward and create a kind of a double berth. And make a good sea berth, probably. You know, it's a little tight for 2 people. There was a back cushion that I got rid of that probably could have accommodated that. Maybe I can recreate that, I don't know. So anyway, I got the screws out of this thing. We're gonna see if it comes up, and it does. has to slide out from underneath that thing right there. So I'm going to put the camera down for a second. Okay, so this is what was underneath there. So water tank, and there's a bunch of plumbing. This white hose right here is the fill, and imagine this is the vent, and this is the outlet. Okay, so as soon as I took this off, the lid, this whole thing really started to stink. And here we have who made it, the model, and all of that stuff. I'll look at that later. This is some tabbing, because this boat was built as a combination of a pan, meaning this molded stuff, you know, was set inside the boat with a bunch of adhesive and glued to the hull. And it was also stick built, kind of a combination thing, which is that each of these are individual pieces, these bulkheads, individual pieces that are set in place, and then this molded system for the tank and whatnot were done separately. So kind of a hybrid. Most new boats these days have the whole interior is formed out of fiberglass and then set inside the boat. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, this tank is just sitting in here. So I can actually take this tank out and clean it. Which is super fucking exciting. There's a lot of crap inside of it. So, I mean, more than just water, not actual crap. So we're going to take this off. See that down there? That's some scuzz. But I can't reach it to get it out. So I've tried a bunch of different things prior to this. But this is going to be the method that actually gets it done. So I don't think I need to replace these water lines. Maybe I do, but I don't think I will. I've had water flowing through them, and I think with bleach they should be okay. So yeah, I'm going to drain this tank as much as possible with he's just using my regular water pump, and then I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to do the other side, and it also has a tank there, and then I'm also going to do the V-berth. There's one up there too. So 3 tanks, about 80 something gallons. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off for a minute. Okay, so we're emptying clean the water tanks in anticipation of removing them. This little guy, so Ryobi makes all kinds, every single battery operated tool that you can imagine, including this vacuum cleaner. And the reason I got this, along with a few other Ryobi tools like this sander, a drill, screwdriver, impact driver, a router, and there'll be other things coming up as well. But I can do everything. I can work on the boat anywhere. So on anchor or while it's moving, and I have a charger that plugs into a 12-volt charger, like you'd see like a car charger that will charge the batteries for the tools. So I have all that stuff. So we vacuumed a little bit and things are ground in and they are not coming up, and so now I'm going to spray it down with this 7th generation disinfecting with hydrogen that kills all the germs and fragrance free and all that stuff. So okay, we just finished another tank, so we're going to open up this last tank. See underneath there's a set of valves, and they allow me to switch between all the tanks. Okay, there's the tank, and it is actually draining the rest of the water out into the cockpit. As you can see there, in the cockpit is got its own drains, and so that's draining to the sound. It's amazing how many holes boats have in them. Okay, so this is what we got now. Some structural stuff for the hull and for the water tank to sit on, and it is incredibly filthy. And so I think that these things here, these channels, go into the bilge, which as we clean, we'll discover if that's true or not. And so I'm going to get started cleaning on this side. All right. Okay. Super exciting. Okay, so there's the clean compartment for the water tank. I am not sure. See, there's these areas here, and they go under the floor. Like that, and I'm not sure if they're connected to the bilge or not. I'm not ready to discover that quite yet. There's another access hole right here, and as you can see, it's got some water line in it. So I'm going to explore that a little bit more next time. Right now, I just want to take the water tank that I got out and the plywood base that it's on out to the van. Take it home. I'm going to paint that one. This one here is going to stay, and I'll take the water tank with me and clean it. Then tomorrow I'll reinstall the water tank. And maybe I'll blow out these lines or make sure that they're clear. Then I'll take apart this side over here and do the same thing with it. And then the main salon will basically be clean, and then I'll do the V-berth, and then once all that's done, I can get the cushions cut, and